Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Mo and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an interesting one. I'm finally going to be sitting down and responding to the assumptions that you guys have about me. I asked you guys on my Instagram to submit, like, what do you guys assume about me? What is it about my Instagram pictures, my YouTube videos, my Insta stories that you guys could like assume based on a little bit that I put out there? And I wasn't sure that I was going to get anything really wild or interesting or really even that funny, but you guys, some of the stuff that you guys submitted, I was like, wait a minute. Is that really the vibe I'm giving, or are you trying to play me right now? I wasn't really sure. So I asked on 2 separate occasions for you guys to submit what you assumed, and I compiled everything and I'm going to go through it. A lot of them are kind of repetitive or like really similar, so I'm going to skip the ones that I've like already answered. But for the most part, I have a lot of really interesting things here. So we are going to get into this video right now. But quick side note, I do have a video dedicated to the new Anastasia and Jackie Aina collaboration palette. It is what I am wearing on my eyeballs right now. And I also picked up the new Anastasia foundation. This is the luminous foundation that just released last week. So that is what I have on my face. I'll list everything that I'm wearing down below, but I'll have a separate video later this week. So if you guys want to check back in like 2 or 3 days, that video will be up for you. But yeah, all right, we're about to get into this, you guys. Like, honestly, I'm already cracking up because I already saw some of these and I'm just like, wow, you guys really tried me today. You really tried me. But I'm going to respond to some of these and hopefully put some of this stuff to bed. And the other things, I might be confessing some shit that you never knew. So let's get into these submissions and see what we come up with. The first submission that somebody said was that I grew up in an upper middle class family, and that is absolutely false, okay? I did not. So if I had to categorize the way that I grew up at all, I would say maybe like lower middle class, because we definitely had some like really good like non-financially constricting times. Like, things were good, money was flowing, you know, bottles were popping. And then we had some times where we were homeless, truly, and times were rough, okay? We were toughing it, thugging it, like it was real. So if anything, I would say lower middle class, but my life the way that it is today is completely because of the way that I designed my life, and I'm very fortunate and very thankful, but this is no reflection on how I grew up at all. So I'm sorry to say that that is inaccurate. Somebody else said that I've never struggled with self-esteem. Lies, okay? It's all lies. I have struggled with self-esteem all my life. I still struggle with my self-esteem sometimes, you know, like I'm not the body weight that I want to be. My unevenness in my skin, it bothers me. Like, when I'm not wearing makeup, I feel like somewhat insecure about that. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, I just kind of am at this point where I'm embracing where I'm at, and I'm not really like letting it hold me back anymore. Like, yes, I don't weigh what I want to weigh, and my body is not like bow like it used to be, but honey, I know how to work with where I am today, and I will make the most of it, and I will definitely strut down the street just like anybody else with my head up high and be as confident as I can be. And that's just kind of where I'm at this stage in my life. So yeah, I have definitely struggled with self-esteem for sure. Okay, somebody else said that I make 6 figures. Why you all up in my business, sis? Why you all up in my business? I'm not going to answer that question. So then the next one was, you're a very positive, bubbly person based on how sweet my voice sounds. Oh, thanks, girl. Sure. I mean, I would say, like, people who really know me, they're like, bitch, stop lying. The reality is, I would say most of the time I am like this, but I definitely have like down days, and I'm not always so nice and like positive. Like, I am more of a pessimist by default than I am an optimist. But I would just like to call myself a realist. You know how us pessimists are. Everything is about us being, we're so real. But no, the reality is I try to be positive. I definitely am upbeat and bubbly, and I'm a very social, outgoing person, but I'm not always the most positive. Like, I sometimes let my negative thoughts consume me, and I have like a more pessimistic way of viewing things than I do positively sometimes. It's not always, but yeah, so I would say that's like partially true. So another comment about how well paid I am, that I get paid well. Sure, but I think that that's all relative to your perspective, right? Like, somebody being paid well is relative to what you think being paid well is. I would say that I think I am paid well. Sure, I definitely would say that, but I could use some more. Hello. Okay, I have never dated a black guy. Not true. That is so not true. Matter of fact, the guys that I'm dating right now, they're all black. Facts, okay? Facts. Literally everybody that is in my life today is black. So historically, if you're talking about like my boyfriends, I think I have talked about who my actual boyfriends have been in the past. So my very first boyfriend that I dated for almost 4 years, he was Mexican. Then Manny was my second real relationship. He was Mexican. That was for 11 years. And that's pretty much the extent of my dating history. Like literally for a very short time in between that, or actually I would say before my very first boyfriend, like the guys in high school that I dated, they were black, but I've never had a black boyfriend. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so somebody said that I spend a lot more money than I show. So yes, that is accurate. Okay, let's see how I can answer this. Okay. I do shop and spend money on like high-end things that I don't flaunt or show off. So to me, it's kind of like, if you know about it, you know about it, but I'm not like gonna show every new handbag that I buy or every new pair of shoes that I buy. Like you're not gonna see that online. And even in my real life, if you're my friend, like you won't know that everything is brand new unless you're just like paying attention. Like I'm not someone who likes to flaunt things, if that makes sense. So yes, that is accurate. I do spend more money than I show, especially online. Okay, I have a new boyfriend. What would give you that impression? No, I am currently single. I do not have a boyfriend right now at all. I am dating, yes, and I don't have a boyfriend. Okay, this one is kind of related to the last question about me never dating a black guy, but this one says that I only date white guys, question mark. No, that is false. That is not accurate. I love all guys, okay? Truthfully, I have, oh, I almost outed myself right now. Let me scale it back, girl. No, the answer is no. I will date almost any race. Like it really is not so much about the race, and it actually is more to do with like the connection that I have with people. And I know that that's super like a stereotypical thing to say, but that is actually like super accurate. Like I don't discriminate based on like, oh, you're not black or you're not Mexican or you're not this. Like no, that's not how I vibe. Somebody said that I am dating, question mark. Yes, I am dating. That is an actual fact. Okay, this one, I didn't know she was trying to play with me or what, because this is one of my homegirls. I talk to her all the time on Instagram. So she says, you are better than others. Girl, no, that's not what I think about myself. Is that your assumption that you think about me? Then that's different. But I don't think that I'm better than anybody else at all. For sure not. Okay, so now we started getting into like, you guys are trying me right here, okay? Somebody said, you are bisexual. Come on now, stop it. Okay, not that there's anything wrong with that. And to be honest, in 2019, what are these labels? What are these labels, okay? I would like to think that, you know, I could do whatever the hell I want and not have to like be subscribed to a certain kind of like category, okay? I personally don't subscribe to the bisexual label. For me personally, I really do like men a lot, but I think women are beautiful too. So like, have I ever dated a woman? No, but like, I don't consider myself bisexual, but like, what are these labels, okay? Stop labeling me. Okay, next one is, you like to have fun. Absolutely. I literally strive to have a good day every day of my life, okay? It doesn't always work out that way, but my goal is to make sure that I have a good day, that I'm laughing, that I'm having a good time. I don't enjoy not having a good time. Does that make sense? That's definitely me. Okay, somebody else said, you are not keen on reality shows that make talentless people famous. I would say that's not true. I actually love me a good reality show. The first thing that comes to mind is The Real Housewives. I mean, I literally love that franchise. Like almost every city, I pretty much watch a lot of them. The Kardashians, I used to be a big fan of theirs for a long time. I don't watch them nearly as much anymore as I used to. Jersey Shore. I mean, like honestly, I can keep going on and on and on about reality shows that I actually do watch, but so yeah, that's not really true. Somebody said that marriage and kids are not for me. I like to just date, and basically I want to just date and have fun. You know what? No, that's not true. I would say, like, if the right person comes along and I start to feel like I can see this person as like my future partner, like a life partner, and I want to start a family with them and like really raise kids with somebody, then absolutely, I'm all for that. Right now, that's not something that I see in my near future. I feel like if I did not have kids, and I've said this for a long time, if I never had kids, I wouldn't feel like I was missing something. I just turned 30. Marriage is something that I can see more in my future than I can kids, but I think I'm open to both of them, to be honest with you. Just, it has to be the right person, you know what I mean? Next one is that I'm a girly girl. Not so much, actually. I feel like I used to say that I was a tomboy. That was like when I was super young. But now that I'm way more into makeup and like, you know, heels and handbags, I would say no. Like, I'm not a tomboy, but I'm not really like a girly girl. I'm kind of somewhere in between. Like, I can girly girl it up, but I can also like dressy dress it down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really somewhere in between. Somebody said that I love my beautiful chocolate skin, black girl magic. Yes, of course. But you know what? I'm gonna give you a little backstory on this. Back in the day, like growing up, I used to be made fun of for being dark skinned. Like I literally used to dislike being dark skinned. I would be called all kinds of names and, you know, made fun of. You know, you just know how it is when you grow up. Like elementary, middle school, definitely high school, it was like not fun for me. But after high school, literally like things started to change. I started to embrace myself more because people in the real world that were not assholes were like super loving on me and like loving my dark skin and just like really boosting me up and encouraging me. So as I got older, I started to really embrace myself. But growing up, like, yeah, I was not like, I wasn't proud to be dark skinned at all, to be honest with you. And that was like, looking back on it, that like really fucking sucks because, you know, like it's just like other people's opinions. Like when you have a lot of people like tearing you down all the time, that could really alter like your own mindset and the way that you feel about yourself. But like today, there's really nothing that anybody could say to make me feel like I don't love being dark skinned. Like it literally is like a blessing. I'm so happy, you know, and I wouldn't want to be anything else. Okay, bloop. Okay, next one is you're an introvert. False, false, false. Where would you ever get that idea? I am so not an introvert at all. I am complete opposite. I actually, okay, so the truth is like I can be a little bit shy or like awkward in uncomfortable situations. Like I don't like to be in forced awkward situations where you have to talk to people. Like beauty events make me a little nervous because it's like, oh, everyone's has to be outgoing and bubbly and everyone has to talk and be upbeat, and sometimes that's like a little forced and not natural. Whereas if you guys ever just ran into me on the street or you ran into me at a bar, out at a restaurant, I am so outgoing. I meet people all the time because I just really like to meet new people and socialize. So no, I am not an introvert in the least, okay, at all. All right, so next one is I attended mostly non-black schools growing up. Trying to think back. I feel like most of the schools that I went to were like pretty diverse. I always had a lot of white friends and I also had like a lot of black friends, especially as I got into high school. Most of my friends were black. But then like when I look back to like maybe elementary and maybe even a little bit of middle school, I would say yeah, it probably was a little bit, it was diverse, but it wasn't like predominantly one or the other. Okay. One of my friends said that I'm a thought. Stop it now. You're an asshole, okay? Somebody else said that you're really cool and down to earth. Yes, I would like to say that that is accurate. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who really know me would say the same thing. Like, I'm that friend that you can definitely have a real conversation with. You can talk to, you can talk about some real shit. But I'm also like that friend that just wants to go out, turn up, have a good time. Like, I'm not a homebody. I'm like in between, like, so yeah, I am down to earth, but I'm also like a little rah-rah, you know? Ooh, next one is they assume that I want to work things out with Manny. No, not in a romantic way, but I want to have a friendship with Manny, and I think that we're getting there. But I think for a reason that you guys won't understand because you don't know what really happened, I would say that we will get there again in due time. But for now, him and I are not in that place right now, and I'm sure that in due time him and I will be back there. I'm hopeful. And so yes, I want to work things out with him as like my BFFF always for sure. Ding. Somebody said, are you a controlling personality type? What would give you that impression, sweetheart? Yes, I'm a controlling personality type. Absolutely. Oh my God, it's annoying. It annoys me, trust me. And so yes, I am definitely an A-type personality. I want things to go my way. What else do we have to discuss here? Yes, that is accurate. Oh my God, Destiny Godly started following me recently. I love her so much. She goes, bougie, good, sexy man, well educated. Okay, so let's break these down, girl. So bougie, yes, definitely. I think everybody knows that about me at this point. But not in a bad way. I don't think there's anything wrong with being bougie. Like, I'm not an asshole at all. But yes, like I do like certain things, you know what I'm saying? But I take care of myself and buy my own things. And what are you saying? Good, sexy man. What does that mean? I mean, I don't have a boyfriend right now. So yeah, I have some good sexy men in my life. Absolutely. And I'm well educated. I assume that you're talking about me. Sure. I did not finish college, but I would say that you know, my life experience has educated me pretty well. That is absolutely a fact. Ooh, this is a good one. They assume that I hate being alone, which is why I stayed in a relationship longer than I should have. That is accurate, okay? I don't like being alone at all. I am enjoying, now that I've been single for a while and I've like been living by myself, I definitely can enjoy the time that I have to myself, that I don't have to be with somebody else and like, you know, sharing my energy all the time constantly. But if I could choose to be in a relationship, like a partnership with someone, or be single, I would totally prefer to be like in a relationship, like having a companion, like having somebody like my go-to ride or die type of person. So yeah, that was a good assumption. That was pretty accurate. Okay, so here we go with another random one. I've had plastic surgery. Where? And when? I actually wish that I had, okay? You can give me some new boobs, girl. I want them to be sitting. What else? I will take a little bit of lipo out of this waist. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I have not had plastic surgery, and no, I don't plan on it, but I'm not opposed to it. Like, honestly, at some point, I would be open to it, but like, I don't have any plans for having any plastic surgery anytime soon. Okay, another one of these about the only kind of guys that I date. I don't know where you guys get this stuff from, but I only date Latin men. No, false, false, false. All right, here's a cute one. Here, I'll give you this one, that I have all my shit together. No. I don't have all my shit together. I wish that I did. I know that it looks like I do, and I'm happy that I'm able to keep up that type of perception. But no, I still fucking struggle with the same things that everybody else does, okay? Like, I can do better in a lot of different areas of my life, but for the most part, I'm very independent. I'm super proud to be like standing on my own 2 feet, and I don't depend on anybody for anything. So I have my shit together in some ways, and in other ways, I totally can tighten it all the way up, okay? I really could. Okay, here's another one. I assume that you are an only child and that you do not live near your family. That is interesting, and that just goes to show how much A, I don't put online, and B, how much you guys don't really know me. So I am actually the oldest of 4. My mom and 2 of my younger siblings live like 2 hours south of me. And then my sister that's right underneath me lives like downtown. So she lives like 20 minutes away. My family is not far away from me, but you guys wouldn't really see them because I don't really have like a super close relationship with any of my family, to be honest with you. So I'm pretty much like a lone ranger out here by myself. I just do my own thing. I stay to myself, and like we interact kind of like here and there through phone and through text, but other than that, like I'm not really close to my family, no. Okay, somebody said you're shy and quiet until you get to know someone. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say actually I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I don't reveal a lot about myself. There's a lot of things that like you would not know about me because I keep it pretty surface level when I meet people, but I'm not shy or quiet. I'm actually very outgoing, like I said earlier. So a lot of times when I meet people, it's in like my turn up stage. Like, hey, like people gravitate towards my personality and vice versa. Like I gravitate towards other people who are like equally giving good energy. But just because like I start talking to you and like have conversation with you doesn't mean that like you'll really get to know me. You know what I mean? Like it does take me a while it takes me actually a really long time to open up to somebody. And when I do, like I do that in like baby steps. So I'm not shy or quiet, but it takes me a while to like really open my true self up to somebody. I hope that makes sense. Okay, you have a Caribbean background. You know what? I don't think so. I would say no, but I actually want to do one of those tests that tells you like all about your like where you what your roots are. So maybe there might be some Caribbean flavor back there somewhere, but for the most part, I would say no. Oh, okay, this one really? Okay. This one is funny. She says, you will not date a man who makes less than 6 figures. Wowzers. Okay. I would say that's not true. I wouldn't say, I would like to aspire to date someone who makes more than 6 figures, because then I feel like we both have something to contribute to the relationship that is equal. Like no one's depending on the other person for anything monetarily, but that's not exactly true. Like I'm sure that there are guys, I am sure that there will be somebody that I will cross paths with that does not make 6 figures that will not prevent me from wanting to get to know them more. You know what I mean? This person submitted like several assumptions. So the last one that she submitted was, you sometimes self-sabotage because you think your dreams are too big. Ooh, look at you trying to get all deep, girl. I wouldn't say that that's true. I don't think that I self-sabotage. I think that I procrastinate, and I also, I sometimes hold myself back from doing things because I want to do them with someone else. Like, I don't want to do it completely by myself, even though that's probably the only way I'm gonna get things done, is to just do it by myself. But sometimes I feel like I just hold myself back. So I'm like, okay, like, I want this person to be a part of this situation with me, so I'm gonna wait, and then, like, before you know it, you know, get distracted, or I procrastinate, I put it on the back burner, and I don't actually, like, move the dial forward in a way that I know that I'm capable of doing, that I probably should be doing all along. So I don't know about that one. Okay, somebody else said I tried too hard. It depends on what we're talking about. I don't know. I would say sure, I try too hard at some things, and other things I don't try hard enough. How about that? Next one is you love deeply. Yes, I do. When I love, oh my God, I love. Like, when I really open up to somebody, like, that's it. I am probably one of the most loyal people that you will ever get to know. I'm a Gemini, and so loyalty for me is everything, but I don't show my love and affection and loyalty to everybody, and it actually takes me a while to get to that place. So that is accurate, but it depends on who you are. The last couple. So the next one is you are independent. That is accurate. Hella independent, to a fault sometimes, I'm sure. All right, so this is the last one. They said you are a private person, and I would say that is accurate. I am fairly private, but I'm gonna start vlogging again really soon, you guys, and I want to start opening myself up a little bit more, because I feel like that is, like, the way that you guys are gonna relate to me the best, is by me sharing my own experiences. And I personally like to watch people's content that are more relatable in that way, where they're not, like, concealing everything and you actually feel like you can get to know them. So as private as I have been in the past, I'm hoping to open up just a little bit more. Obviously there's things I have to be, like, have discretion about, but, like, for the most part, I'm hoping to just, like, change that a smidge, you know what I mean, and be a little less private. But yes, I would say that that's accurate. I am a private person. So the final one that somebody said is that you're rich, and I'm not even gonna respond to that, because I mean, I'm not rich at all. Do you guys see? I live in a studio apartment. Like, what rich person lives in a studio apartment? Not me, okay? Okay, so anyway, that is the end of this answering your assumptions about me video. I hope that this was fun and entertaining for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. If there's any other wild assumptions you guys have about me that I did not address in this video, leave them down below and I'll respond to you in a comment. But other than that, make sure that you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye, guys.